What's up everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel Let's Build It. Today I brought you a very cool and exciting tutorial about creating the onboarding screens in your application. So there is a framework called Paper Onboarding on the GitHub, and it allows you to create this kind of animations and cool effects on your application's onboarding screens. So it is very easy to use and you can implement it very quickly. So I'm gonna tell you step by step how you can use it in your application and implement this kind of cool animations. So stay with me on this video. Okay, so let's get started by creating a new Xcode project. Here I'm going to choose the app, then product name, maybe we can call it onboarding demo, and I'm not gonna use Swift UI. I am selecting the storyboard. The lifecycle should be automatically selected to UIKit app delegate, and I can also unselect the include test because it is a demo app. Click on the next and just hit the create button. So you got a brand new application here. All right, so we are going to use the Cocoa pod for this project to install this. So just drag and drop the project in terminal, then hit the pod init. It will actually create the pod file here. So you can see the pod file is here now. Open it and now go to the GitHub. So you can find it on the GitHub by just typing paper onboarding. Copy it and paste the pod file, the pod in our pod file. Okay, now I'm saving it, and now again go to the command prompt and run the pod install command. It will install the pod in our project. It will take few seconds, and after it is installed, then we will open our XC workspace file instead of the Xcode project. So just double click on it. So here we are good to go, I guess. Let me try to build it just to check if it is working or not. It is building. Yeah, built successfully. So we are good to go now. So in terms to use this paper onboarding, so what we are gonna do is type the UI view and drag and drop it on your controller. So I am ignoring the safe area because I need this view to be from edge to edge regardless of the safe area. Give it constraints, hit enter, and I want this view to be subclass of paper onboarding, just like this. Okay, now I will create its outlet in our view controller class. So click on the assistant and simply drag and drop here. So it will be onboarding view, right? So it might give us error because we haven't imported the onboarding here. So let me import it. Yeah, paper onboarding. It's kind of a weird name because they are using the underscore. Instead, they should use the camel casing in the this framework. So yeah, so we have created the paper onboarding view here. It is actually if we go here, so it is a subclass of UI view, you can see. So it is kind of UI view, you can say. All right, and to load the data on this paper onboarding view, you have to instantiate some data source here and delegates. So let me do this. Onboarding view dot data source equal to self, and to confirm this we need to add the data source here as well. The data source name, paper onboarding data source, something like this. And here we have these things, these data sources. So first one, we will use the onboarding item count. So it is for how many items you want to show on your onboarding. Like in the example I showed, there were three onboarding views. So I think we can also use that. So I'm returning 3. The second one is, yeah, this one, onboarding item at index. So it will actually return the data for each view that is going to be shown on your screen for each index, right? And we have to return onboarding item info kind of object from here. All right, so let me create, let array equal to onboarding item info, or maybe we can say item array. And here when you initialize it, so you should see these kind of information. Let me show you more clearly. It is not getting shown here. The initializer is not here. Okay, so we can directly use the initializer from here. So you can see information image. So what image we need to show on the center, something like this. So this is the image parameter that we will pass, and it will gonna show here. Where is it? The title, the description, the page icon, color, title color, description color, title font, description font. These are the information that we need to pass in this initializer to get the actual onboarding item info object. And the second one is, yeah, so it has some more parameters like description label padding and title label padding. So we can also choose the padding between the title and description label. Okay, so I'm gonna use this one. So image, what image we are going to use here? So UI image with name. Actually I have downloaded few images. So we are going to onboard the permissions onboarding for our applications, like what permissions your application will need to run and perform its operations. So we are going to use like Wi-Fi permission. So I have this one, the Bluetooth permission, location and notification. So we are going to use these 3 permissions. So I am just going to downloads, copy, dragging and drop in our application. All right, so the first one, I think we can use the Bluetooth one. So just give it a name, Bluetooth. title will be Bluetooth, and description maybe please allow application to use the Bluetooth. Okay, the page icon, so we have to pass a page icon as well. So let me try to pass the same, or maybe it need a small icon, but for now let's try to give the Bluetooth icon. Color, so what color you want here is system blue, system pink, so I think the first one will be system green. Title color should be white, and description color should be also white. The fonts, so font, I'm going to use font name and size. So name could be, you can actually go to iOS font, so it have all the fonts inbuilt installed in your iPhone devices. You don't have then you don't have to drag and drop your custom fonts. You can actually use your custom fonts as well, but I'm going to use this predefined fonts. So we can choose from here. So what I think Amnear Next is looking great. Amnear Next, Amnear Next. Yeah, I think we can use the regular one, Amnear Next regular, and Amnear Next bold maybe. So for the title, I'm going to use the Amnear Next bold. Go here, Amnear Next bold, and the size what we can use is maybe 10, and make sure, because it is an optional, so you have to force unwrap it. Usually in the productions app I don't use the this exclamation mark, because it may crash your application if this font or anything it can't find. Then so it is nice to use the guard functions and if flat. So yeah, and for the subtitles I'm going to use Amnear Next medium. So just remove it and paste the medium, and for the description I would like to have the size of 8, and I have to add this exclamation mark for the UI images because these are also optional. So this is the first information, like it is the information that we need for the first view. Then I'm going to copy and paste for the second and for the third one. Let me arrange them in a line. Sorry. All right. Yeah, so it looks pretty nice now. The second one we have to use is maybe location. So after the first one we will use the location permission. We will type the location as a title. Please allow application to use the device current location. I'm going to use the page icon as the same one, and everything will remain same. And the last one is notification. So you can ask your application to give the permission for the notifications. Notification, please allow application to send you notifications. We will use the page icon as the same one for the image, and everything else will remain same. Now we will use it here as a count, and also the index, we will pass the index here. So you don't have to actually write the return statement now in the newer Xcode. It will automatically get if it is a return type of function, so you don't have to type manually if it is a single line, otherwise you have to. Okay, so let me try to run it and hopefully it will work. All right, so we have the Bluetooth icon here. Bluetooth, please allow application to use the Bluetooth. And if I swipe here, so it says the location, please allow application to use the location. And on the third, it is notification. So you can see it is pretty cool, and you can actually give here the different color, system pink and system maybe blue. Let's try to run it again, so it will looks more clear now because we have the different colors. Yeah, so here you go. Actually I used black icons, instead you can use the white icons, so it will looks much better. And for these icon as well, because this should be smaller one. I have used the same size of 512 pixels, but you should use the smaller one. And now what if you would like to have a button on the end screen, like you went to the last screen and now you want to skip and move to your actual application, so you can use a skip button here. And also we don't have any button to give like click on the button to allow the permissions, so I think we should have a allow button here, maybe allow Bluetooth, allow location and allow notification. So let's go to the main storyboard file, and here we are going to use UI button. Make sure it is above the onboarding view, right, and it is not inside the onboarding view. If it is inside it, then it might not work. Now I will drag it here. Allow I think what first permission we have, it's Bluetooth, then location, then notification. So allow Bluetooth, with system color Avnir that we are using actually. Avnir, next, bold 17, maybe we can increase the size. Text color is blue, I think we should use it white. And its background color, or maybe we can use the background color as white, but the title color should be system green, as we are using the background color. I'm giving it a little bit width and height. Let me give it a constraints. maybe width is 170 and height is 40, and from bottom it should be on the 60 pixels, and it should also in the horizontally in the container. Here we go. And I also want to add some corner radius, so maybe layer dot corner radius, it should be number, and I'm giving it 20 because our button height is 40, so I'm just giving it a half size of the height of this button. And also make sure it is clip to bound true. So this is allow Bluetooth. Let me try to run it. Now it should appear here like this. Yeah, and you can actually connect your actions from here, and where when user click on the allow Bluetooth, it should ask for the permissions. Okay, but you can see even if I am navigating to other screens, it is still here. So what you have to do, just search. Actually you have to use the delegates also. View controller, paper onboarding delegates, and what these delegates are: onboarding will transition to leaving page item radius, date transition to index, and onboarding will transition to index. Okay, so here you can actually you have to make the outlet as well for this button. So just click on the assistant and create a outlet. It's allow Bluetooth, and you can actually create the action as well. On allow Bluetooth. Alright, now go to view controller, and you can actually print the function name. So whenever you click on the button, it will print the function name. Alright, so did transition to index. So what I'm going to do here, if index equal to 0, then it should print it should show something like UI view with animation with duration, so 0.4, and animation should be self dot allow Bluetooth dot alpha equal to 1, and if it is not equal to 0, sorry, then we will do it. Okay, and we can also check self dot allow Bluetooth dot alpha is not equal to 1, not equal to 0. If it is already 0, then we don't want to do this. Now let's try to run it. So if I go here, oh sorry, we don't added the delegate dot delegate equal to self. Now it should work. So we have here, but when we go to another screens, so it goes away. and it comes again when we move to the index 1. And when I click on the button, so it is printing the actions. You can write your desired logic here, and you can also add the other buttons on this screen, and you have to write your logic here to display and disappear the button accordingly. Okay, so alright guys, I think this is it from this video. I hope you like it, and if you do, then please do subscribe, and please like the video. Also, you can share it with your colleagues, so they can also look at these tutorials, and they can also get benefit of it. Thank you everyone.